Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this one, we are going to try a Discord live show where we discuss all things options. So you all have asked for it, and I'm delivering. So whoever wants to join the Discord voice chat, let's go in. Let me just tell you all that, okay, let's see. Discord wants to, yes, allow. All right, so hopefully everything's working. Looks like so far my output's working, but and we have this problem a lot when I use this tool. The other output might not be. Let's see, we got webcam, game capture, headset, earphone. Okay, let's see. I think when I'm in the Discord window, here we go. So what we're gonna need to do, we're gonna need to test it out. And there's always some kind of like, growing pains with this device. By the way, the channel hit 1 million views yesterday. That's incredible. Never thought I would, get 1 million.
Operation Midnight Hammer.
All right, we've got our first. What's this? We got our first person on. It sounds like you got the radio on. Oh, I just realized I'm muted. So let's see. Saxion, welcome. If you unmute your mic, we should be able to hear you.
I just like to listen.
Okay. Well, welcome to the stream. Yeah, just go ahead and mute your mic because there's a lot of background noise. Thank you. All right, let's see now. All right, I just announced that we're live. So really, this was some of your idea. So I hope, those of you that wanted this, I hope you all definitely join. Let's see. Okay, we are a little early here. So I guess what we can go over for basics, we can go over the wheel strategy. Welcome. We have our main person whose idea this was, Htown Realtor. Welcome, Htown.
What's up?
How's it going? So what I want to make sure, because I can hear you here, but I want to make sure the rest of the audience can hear you. So we got to test that out. Let me pull it up on my phone and see if it's working.
Let's see. There we go. Now you're on speaker.
On speaker. Uh-oh.
And sorry, you're on speaker for my phone because that's how we do
Right.
things around here.
Okay,
Let's see.
so you are live. Let's do this real quick here. Try to pull it up. Let's see. Here we go.
I can't tag everyone. Maybe I can't tag everyone.
You can do oh, Billy's asking about how to get into the live show. He says the doctor just called.
You're pregnant, Billy.
Uh-oh. All right, someone else
You're
joined.
gonna have a baby boy.
Really? And we got to teach him options early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta afford those little babies.
exactly. Options is the way to do it.
Oh God.
All right, let me make sure that this is actually working. Let's see. Hold on, so I have it on my laptop here. Say something.
Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Say something.
Oh. Hello.
Perfect. Okay, there's a delay, but it's working.
Okay.
All right, so I also see one of my favorite people, VT, my PP, joined. Would you,
What does that mean? Can someone explain the name to me? I don't know.
yeah, what that
VT.
is. So you know who Strongman Personal Finance is?
I've seen some of his videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's always talking about VT, the Vanguard Total World Return Fund. So that's kind of a
Oh,
reference
okay.
on that. Yeah, right.
All right.
I don't want to speak for you, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you caught us. We're doing an options workshop here, so I know you're a big fan of options, so it should be right up your alley, right?
I don't understand options at all.
Well, that's what
Well,
you're
that's
here.
You're gonna
good.
have
Well,
to teach me.
gonna explain some of it.
That's what you're here for. So H-Town can probably attest. So H-Town, you learned a lot from being here, right?
I did.
Yeah.
my buddy of mine who is a upper level at Snowflake,
Uh-huh.
um, he has done options for a really long time, and he's into yield max funds. And we got talking about other ways that we could add money into yield max. He's like, "Why don't you do options?" And I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
So he's like, "Go YouTube the wheel strategy." We start. I found you. I found a couple other guys. I think Rod
Yep.
does the wheel. And so we just went down that rabbit hole and YouTubed my ass off until I kind of, asked a lot of questions, learned, started with maybe like $500.
Yeah.
Um, and I was doing some pretty, cheap ass funds. I'll just,
Yeah.
I was doing B. Riley for the longest time, right?
Oh, I
Which
remember.
is like,
I haven't looked at B. Riley in forever.
it's like $6 now, or it's even up above that. But
That
it had
was a
crashed all the way down to like three at one point.
that was a great one to wheel, actually.
It was because it was cheap, so you could do a ton of contracts, and it was decent premium. And I just kept doing $5 contracts. I started with one, the next week I did two, and I rolled the premium over. Next week I did three. Pretty soon I was like, all right, I'm doing 20 contracts of this, So let's go do something else. So then I did TSLL, then
I'm pretty
TSLL went to
sure.
like $30. I was like, yeah, we're not doing TSLL anymore.
I'm glad you brought up TSLL because what's funny is that in your learning of options, I noticed we kind of have a different philosophy now. Because you kind of like to do the weeklies better, so I know we were kind of going back and forth on that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand the monthlies and the because at a certain point I don't think that they become monthlies. Maybe they become leaps after 3 months. I'm not really sure how that all works.
Well, so
But
leaps are more so when you buy calls, but in the
okay,
case of selling puts, you're getting more juice. So like when you're going like 3 months out, like I do, you're getting juice in terms of. So I go far out of the money, and I go
okay.
out in terms of time horizon. What I've noticed, looking at a lot of the
Only on
feedback,
the calls or on the puts as well.
I pretty much do all calls. I mean, I'm
Okay,
sorry, all puts, all puts.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um.
Yeah, we have a different philosophy. I like to do weekly and then I roll it over to the following week. If there's no premium, sometimes it's just a bad premium.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Hmm.
When I was doing MSTU and I had them at like nine,
Well, see,
I was
you're
doing covered calls at
well.
like 4 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But
So we
that's just
both we both like MSTU. I've actually gotten assigned a lot on that, but I would say you're actually doing more of the purely wheel strategy, because you're doing weekly. You're actually trying to get assigned. I'm not trying to get assigned.
I honestly I'm not like it's not so. If you don't know, guys, I would say don't trade a stock that you don't want to get assigned on. Right,
Right.
that's the first thing. Because then
Right.
you're going to close it because you don't want it. And if you lose a ton of money, which I've done before,
Oh, we all
I
have.
had to close MV. Yeah, I had to close MVDL at a loss. I was like, I don't want to own it. One contract at $89, right?
Yeah.
I would have made money if I held it for the following week, but I
Hmm.
didn't want to tie up all my money in one contract for $90.
Right. Oh, here
When
we
it went
go.
down.
Hey, speaking of Riley, I had to go back to last November. I traded it twice, and this is a
Yes, I
rare one.
traded a
Yeah.
lot last year.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
actually, this was one I realized all of it. So I'm looking at last year's trades here. They were like $200 trades, but I realized all of it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's at $6.25.
that's
And I
crazy.
mean, I was doing $5 puts for the
Yep,
longest,
yep.
and then it went down to like $3, but I had stopped doing it by that point, and I was
Hmm.
like, wow, that's terrible. But as soon as it's recovered, I don't know what the premium looks like, but it's another cheap one. Maybe it's good.
Yeah. Well, let me illustrate for the audience here because, since you brought up kind of the difference in, weekly versus the long term, let me just go over the difference between like puts and calls basically. So puts tend to be if you're bearish. But they can also be bullish if you're selling puts. It's a bullish strategy, meaning that you think that the underlying is going to go up. Calls, when you're buying calls, you think that what'd you say in the Discord? Tell him the rash is cleared up. Well, what's even cooler with options, you don't even need healthcare through work. You can basically buy your own healthcare plan outside
There
of
you
your
go.
employer. That's the goal.
Yep. Yeah.
But anyway, so like buying calls obviously is bullish because you think that the underlying is going to go up. Selling calls, like selling covered calls, is a slightly bearish strategy. You're hoping that the underlying stays right where it is. So
True.
now here's something you brought up TSLL. Now this is funny. This is kind of where we disagreed a little bit because you were selling weekly and you were talking about you were hoping that it goes up. And honestly, I don't care if it goes up or not because the calls that I sold at 15. So I took in like 15,000 in premium. Of course, now if I did that, that's up even higher. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. Uh-oh, somebody's getting yelled at here. This sounds fun. Oh, Billy. Welcome, Billy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was doing puts on TSLL,
Uh-huh.
and my theory is when you're now, I try not to get assigned, right? So I want the stock to go down so I can close it early, realize the premium, and do one for the following week,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But when it shoots up to $20 like it is now, I just don't want to be in TSLL at $20
Hmm.
because I've seen it at 9, I've seen it at 8, I've seen it at 30, and God forbid I get assigned at 20, I would just be devastated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then at some point it's going back down to 10, and it would
Right.
take you a really long time to recover.
Hmm.
Um, Personally, now if you're bearish Tesla and you want to own TSLL, knock yourself out. But you know,
Well,
Billy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear.
Awesome.
I was just listening in.
yeah, we're doing our
Okay.
options workshop here. Yeah, any questions, yeah, feel free to pick our brains.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's a terrible time, honestly. I got to get ready for this football game.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
Friday
will,
football, right?
yes, yes.
It's a Texas
But
tradition. I'm surprised H-Town's not prepping for a football game too.
I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, but
Oh, that
that's a sad
sucks.
life. We suck. Yeah.
oh
Sorry to hear that.
gosh, same here, bud. Same
Yep.
here.
I jumped into the MSTU. Who was that said that?
But real quick, so about the TSLL. So like what I've been doing, because it took a while for it to blow past 15, but it was at 15. I kept going well, I did puts at 11, when it was cheap, and then pretty much bottom back. You'll see here, and then at 15, I kept on selling calls and then buying them back. So then, uh,
Yeah,
but now it's up to like what 20 or so.
correct.
So this
Correct.
is what's going to happen. This will get called away. I'll miss out on the extra upside, but I'm still taking in a nice gain, with the covered calls, because I actually bought TSLL. Okay, so we actually hit $21, so it's going up a lot. Um,
Yep.
so right. So yeah, I bought when I rolled this account over, TSLL was like one of the first things I bought. Because my theory on ETFs like that, if you're bullish on the underlying, you're going to get a leveraged fund because you're going to get, possibly 2 or 3x the upside. So
Uh-huh.
I did. Oh, this goes back to. I need to, let's see, load more results here. I was doing
Can
this.
you
This is
share
actually
your,
for, huh?
can you share a screen or
Yeah, there's a way
on
you
here?
can you can share yours. But anyway, when I rolled this account over, I bought shares of TSLL specifically so that I could do the covered calls on them. Okay, so if I go in Discord here, so there's a way if we go to the actual chat, you should be able to share your screen right here. Oh, I see. Here's the chat.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you should be able to share your screen here. I see you got a picture of a BMW.
Yes, that's my avatar, whatever the hell I call it.
Oh, and
That's my
someone
actual
else.
car.
Oh yeah, someone else has a picture of like a El Camino on there. Is this
There you go.
Zanciano?
It's a racing chat now.
Yeah. He said he was just gonna stay quiet and listen.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah,
I'm,
if you want to try to share your screen, go for it.
I'm trying to log into Schwab real quick.
Okay.
57. Of course, they gave me a login code 572.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4. Dang it. One moment, guys. 5, 7, 2, 3, 2, 4. And I'll have to ask you how to share my screen.
Yeah, should be doable.
I kind of just want to show them an option chain, kind of what we look at, what's important to me, what's important to you when you look at option chain, and what is a put going to do? What is a covered call going to do? Because the wheel strategy is basically you're doing cash secured puts. If you don't get assigned, you collect all the premium or a portion of the premium.
Mm-hmm.
If you do get assigned, then you rotate it to a covered call.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you make premium on the covered call until they get called away, which means it was above your strike price, the
Right.
stock.
Right. Right.
Cash secured puts is when it's below your strike price.
Yep.
Of course, the further below the strike, the further down strike you choose, the less premium you're going to make. Right at the
Yeah.
money, you make a lot of premium. $5 out of the money, you're going to make less premium.
So we can actually illustrate what you're saying here. So core weave, that's a trade I was tossing around this week. So basically, this is H-Town's strategy here is doing weekly. Well, in this case, with Core Weave, the next one's October 17th. So if you were to sell one Core Weave at the money, you would take in about 245 in premium if you go at the mid. Like I tell everybody, you got the bid and the ask price. You want to go at the mid. You never want to get filled at the bid because you're going to get ripped off. The ask price is obviously you're not going to get filled at that. So you got to do a limit order and go at the mid. And then for puts, it's always
Right.
sell to open one and then the next available, so you'll see on the chain here, you've got October 17th, November 21st, December 19th, and March 20th. So I go, as you all know, I like to go a little bit out of the money to take in more premium. So you'll see it goes up by a little bit, but not much. Now, if you go up to like 20, if you think it could get back, because remember, Core Weave was doing great in August. So I went way far out. I went to like 30. And I'll show you in the spreadsheet here how you basically, okay, see if you go out to 30 now, you're getting like 1465. But if you go out to November, it's 1540, December, and this is just on one. See how the premium's getting juicier. And if you go out to March, it's 1800. Now, if you do it for 10 of them, which is what I do, all of a sudden you're taking in like 18,000. But if I go to the my Google sheet here, where is it?
Can y'all see anything that he's showing or no, not yet?
It's on the video if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Was somebody trying to say something?
No, I'm not on the YouTube. I'm just on the Discord. So
Oh, okay, got it. Well, you're my co-host today. Where is my Google sheet? Here we go. Let's see if this comes up. What? I'm not signed in? Crazy.
there you
Oh, here we go.
If you
Here
live
we
here
go.
in perfect time to upgrade your air conditioning system.
God.
As we near the end of summer,
Ads.
clearing out our if you live here, perfect time to upgrade your air conditioning system.
All right, so I
As we
got
near
the
the
well, somebody's got a PSA about their AC system.
All right, we're done with that.
Okay, I'm in the. All right. Sounds like we got a lot of stuff going on in your end there.
So I
Okay,
got a
shoot.
quick question, guys.
Go for it.
So on the assignment end of things, when will that take place? Because I've not gotten any confirmation from Fidelity.
It should be if you're out of the money, it should be on the date of expiration. So like on this one, if you're picking November 21st, if it was out of the money, you'd get assigned on that day. Or if you're picking October 17th, it should be that day. Now, if the price on this goes above $30, it expires out of the money. You keep all the premium, so then you never get assigned. That's actually the goal for the most part. Sometimes you may want to get assigned, but that's actually the goal. And in my case, that's the goal is to like not get assigned.
Right. Yeah, I think so too.
But if I do get
So
But
assigned,
you should
it's okay.
get assigned since it's 3 o'clock. You've probably already been assigned. Your account probably will not show it, or you're going to get an email tonight, tomorrow
oh,
sometime. I usually see it by Saturday or Sunday because it's after hours and it takes a little time for these things to go through.
If
But
it
it's going to send you an
was
email.
if it was at
And
if it was expiring today, like on your case you do the
yeah,
weekly, so if it expired today, then usually you'll get assigned actually Thursday night.
yeah. So you should see something come through today, tonight, tomorrow. That says you just took, for my case, it's going to say 2,200 shares. I did 22 contracts of
Okay.
MSTU at $5. Basically,
Okay.
what it's going to say.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
but by Monday, when the stock market opens, it should show in the account you now have 2,200 shares.
Right on. There we go.
So did you do
And then
one?
from there, Monday. Yeah, I did. I did a few. I did 6 on
Yeah. So you'll be the proud owner of 600 shares. Um, so
that. Yes.
now you know how the cash secured puts work, right? You put up some cash as a, we'll call it like an escrow. You put up as cash as collateral, right?
Right. Yeah.
That
Collateral.
gets held into your account. When you get assigned, they now take that cash out of your account, and they purchase the shares with that cash. Okay.
Right.
So $11,000, or in your case, $3,000, is going to get used up to buy these shares.
Yes, sir.
If on Monday you go do a cash secured put for the same $5, maybe for 2 weeks, you will then earn premium on that. And on the Friday that it expires, if it's above $5, you'll get all that money back.
Well, and then
Hmm.
also you can sell covered calls if it's, at the money. You can sell covered calls to make money on that side too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which would be the way to go there? Just doing another put or cover call?
So
Covered call.
what's your strike price? Um,
5.
okay. So then, and it was expiring this week, so then you could look at like how many did you do? You said six?
Yeah, 6 contracts.
Okay, and your strike price was what?
5.
Oh, five. Okay, so five, that's right, you said so. So then that's what, well, there's not much juice on that. See, that's why I actually like to go further out, like December. So you got more juice here in
Do
December.
like the 17th and see what happens, like on the 17th of October. See, there you go.
120.
Like the 17th, see what happens.
Yeah, so that's 138.
Yeah. So for 2 weeks, you get paid $138. So long as it's not above 5, you keep the shares, you keep the 138. If it goes above the 5, you keep the 138, but you lose the shares.
Hmm. Right.
Well, and what's neat
Well,
Now,
about what's neat about a
perfect
fund like,
world,
huh?
you'll be able to do like a 550 call, maybe for like a month out, and make money on the premium and on selling the shares at a 50-cent profit, if that makes sense.
You mean 50 cent?
yeah.
Yeah, you would sell it back at 550 versus $5. You make 50 cents times 600 shares, which is, I don't know, $300. And then plus the 138. So
Right. Heck yeah. Yeah,
Now,
that'd be nice. But I guess
something,
550 wasn't an option.
no pun intended. So something to understand about MSTU versus MSTR. So it's a leveraged ETF, so it's 2x MSTR, and it's a lot cheaper. So and it keeps going down, so you can do a lot more contracts of MSTR, or I'm sorry, MSTU. Like if you were doing this for MSTR, you would, because remember, one contract controls 100 shares. So that's why I personally like leveraged ETFs, because you get twice the leverage, and you're you're selling. It's like leverage on top of leverage, which some people think is risky, but if you know what you're doing, you know how to navigate it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
somebody does. I don't.
Well, you'll get there. You'll get there. That's the goal.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And to be honest, we're just, the wheel strategy is a very basic beginner's strategy.
Hmm.
I mean, there are strategies out there that I have no idea what they mean when you're doing collars and butterflies and things that just go beyond I've never sat down and tried to learn them. Um, But
Right.
this is a very basic strategy that we try to teach people in the beginning. And once you get this for maybe a year, then I would say go look at some videos on some of the collars, butterflies. You can do like what do they call them? Straddles. I mean, there's all different kinds of strategies out there.
Well, there's a way, like there's an iron condor where you can actually not lose. Like you can make money, like it's a put and a call. So you're going to be right. You know, the market's either going to be up or down. It could be sideways, but it's up or down. So you're going to
Yeah.
make money one way or another. Now, for me, I don't feel like I need those advanced strategies because I'm happy with the cash secured puts. That's going fine for me. I don't need
Yeah.
spread trades and all that because, like, Pay the Piper said, oh, you should do, you should then like sell a put or buy a put to hedge. No, I don't need that because it just limits the premium that you're taking in. I'd rather have just the naked put with the full risk.
Hmm.
So, did you
Yeah,
ever
I mean, I
figure
guess
out?
if you're
Go ahead.
bullish, I'm just saying if you're bullish on it, yeah, why would you want to do that?
Right.
Correct.
Well, like I tell everybody, if you're bullish long term on the market, which long term the market's going to be up, long term, all these stocks, NVIDIA, MSTR, SMCI, all of them, they're going to be up long term. So then, if you agree on those parameters, why not do leveraged ETFs? It's just like the S&P, just like the Nasdaq. If those indexes are up, like I say, 12 out of 15 years, that's 80%. Those odds, I'd go to the casino with those odds any day. So if the market has an 80% chance of being up, why not take a little more risk? You know, and you may have that 1 year, everybody, because that's what stands out in the human brain, the 1 year that, oh, it was down, gloom and doom. But 80% of the time it's up. So you're going to make back. And down years are a great time to buy cheap too.
That's
Mhm.
true. That's true. Just getting it on sale, huh?
Yep.
Today, what we were talking about is how important it is to know your cost basis, and that's why I was kind of walking you through that, especially with the Chat GPT does it really simple for you. Um, your cost basis may be $4.80, right? For the 6 contracts at $5 because you took in the premium, you subtract that from the $3,000, and you divide it by 600. So each share, you basically bought it for $4.80.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
if you wanted to lower that, right, you could still be doing more cash secured puts at 450 or $4. And if you get assigned, now you own 100 at 4 and 600 at 5. And now you lowered your cost basis down to 450, right?
Right.
It's a good strategy when you get assigned at 20 and the stock drips down to 10.
Exactly.
You want to lower your cost basis because you don't want to own them at 20 anymore, right? You'd rather own them at 15. Uh, when it goes from like 5 to 4, 10 cents, 20 cents isn't going to make or break you. Um, but I was doing it a lot when MSTU was at 9 and I got assigned and I watched it go all the way down to 3. I was buying 100 at 5 and 100 at 4, and I was still doing the covered calls every week and just making premium. And then it went back up to $10, and I just got rid of them and started the wheel all over again.
So that's exactly what happened here, actually, on a different level, but like SMCX and NVDL back towards the beginning of the year when we had all the tariff stuff and things had to kind of settle out. The market tanked. The market, like from late February to Easter, the market tanked. By Easter, we started recovering. But I had done puts on SMCX and NVDL. I got assigned twice. And I think I went over this offline with Billy here. The premium that I took in actually offset the price. So like we were talking about cost basis, like my actual cost
Yeah.
basis on NVDL was 54.01 instead of 70. So that's like a $16 difference between because the premium was $16 per share. So then and this is where people, in their minds, they don't understand the strategy because they're like, oh, wait a minute, why would I sell at 70 and then I take in premium? I'm still buying at 70. No, the premium, it's like a prepaid discount. You're actually buying at $54. And then you can go sell covered calls at $54. So I ended up uh, getting my cost basis down to like 49.87 and then getting wheeled out of it. Here, see, I was called out of it at 49.87 and then made money on the call side too. And then with SMCX, with SMCX, I still own these 800 shares. It was $58 a share effectively from $65 minus if you take the premium I took in divided by the 800, it was 699, so it got it down to 5801. Then sold covered calls at 5801, and you'll notice, when SMCX tanked back in August, and I think I showed this one here, I netted the trade of a like $12,000 gain on this one. Let me go back here to show it. This current year. Here we go. I was on 2024. So this is you'll notice this is one of the last trades in this account here. So yeah, the SMCX, the covered calls at $58. This is the exact one I'm referencing, August 15th, as it crashed. Because remember, you sold the calls, so the premium, was 16,000 in premium. That premium dropped to 4,000, so there was 12,000 that was able to be realized by buying those calls back. And so that's how you make money on both sides, on the put side and the call side. So you make money on both sides of the wheel.
That still confuses me.
Yeah, and it will for a while. It just takes practice.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess, kind of like I said, it's a visual thing a little bit. I'm a visual learner too.
Right.
And not being able to, and, kind of hands on helps also.
Well, think of this. Here's a simpler
Not,
example. So take Coca-Cola stock. Say Coca-Cola stock's trading at $10 a share, which I wish it was. I'd scoop a bunch of it up. But say it's trading at $10 a share. Say you sell puts on it to get into it. Say you take in $2 in premium from the puts. That premium's yours no matter what. You're actually buying the stock at $8 a share. So you took the $2 in premium, kept that, pocketed that, and then you get assigned the Coca-Cola stock, even though the price is actually $10, it's really $8. Then you can sell covered calls on that at the $8 uh, strike price, and then say take in $2 in covered call premium. So then you can just wheel out of it. You end up taking in, $2 on the call side, $2 on the put side, which basically that's like a 40% return on a $10 stock just by wheeling it. That's kind of a simpler example. Now I can see, let's see, H-Town's trying to show his screen here. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Um, or how do I do this here? I can see it in your box here,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
let me see if I can, you know what
Can
you
you
can
make
do?
it?
Can you go, so in live show, can you go at the bottom where it says share screen? See this icon here,
On
share your
YouTube
screen?
or on the Discord?
On Discord.
What button?
Uh, Bottom middle, there's a button that says share your screen.
I see a text message button. I see a controller and a microphone. Or is it on
It's
the actual?
to the right of the microphone.
It goes to chat when I do that.
Oh, passive earnings join. Welcome. All right. Do you see so it's like a box with a right pointing arrow. It says share your screen.
I don't see that.
Huh.
Oh, okay. I had to scroll up. Hold on. Try it out. Skip for now. Share your screen. Try it out.
You see it?
Start broadcast.
Yeah, see if that.
Does
Okay.
that work?
Now it says watch. Hold on a second. Watch stream. Here we go. Now we can see. Okay. Now we can see the screen.
Let me see if I can. Hold on. I don't know how well y'all can see this.
No, just pull it up. Just pull it up on your desktop. Just pull the spreadsheet up because you're sharing your whole screen now.
I'm sharing the whole screen. Sorry, guys. We're gonna work through this.
Oh, you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Is it? Do I?
Oh, you're not on Discord on your laptop.
No, I can though. Let's go there.
Let me do this real quick while you're doing that. So I see CoinMine joined. CoinMine, I saw you joined a little bit ago. Do you want to say something real quick? Okay, I see you unmuted. You have the floor if you want to talk.
This dog sprinted away from his owner, but nobody was
Going
in class.
once, going twice. No, I
He's
see he
vlogging.
joined twice, but then he left. How about you, passive earnings? Anything from you? Okay, so I see H-Town, you ended your stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this on my computer instead.
Cool. Yeah, so pull Discord up on your computer, and then you'll be able to share your screen. While we're doing that, let's see, coin mine or passive earnings. Any comments from either of you? Flip a coin. No pun intended. All right. Well, while we're doing that,
Yep.
let's go over this then. Guess what happened, by the way? So you know how I told you all how I was trying to move over my Schwab accounts to Fidelity? Hey, Billy, can you mute yourself? Sorry, it's like the background noise on your end.
Yeah, let me see.
Thanks. Perfect. Okay. So, you know how I was telling you all a couple videos ago about the strategy. So, Fidelity basically gives you 4% interest on your collateral that's tied up in options trades, but Schwab won't do that. So, about a week ago, I tried to move over all my stuff to Fidelity. Well, because of all the trades I have open, basically Fidelity wouldn't accept the account. So, it's really annoying. It's been a lot more complicated than I expected. So now I basically have to let me do this close stream since you're not. Okay.
Can you hear
So,
me?
oh, I do. Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, sorry, my device settings are so were off. I had to configure my microphones. So sorry for that. Go
Oh, no
ahead. Please
problem.
keep going.
Okay. Yeah, well, welcome. Glad you were able to speak. Okay, so yeah, what happened? Because I realized, usually people when they look at their accounts, they see like some expense or some bill that they didn't know that they were getting charged. Well, in this case, I saw uh, an amount that came in as income, and I was like, I didn't even what is that? And I had to research it, and then come to find out Fidelity was actually paying on the collateral. They were paying like 3.9%. It's like a money market fund that they automatically sweep your cash into. Well, Schwab doesn't do that because they claim they're a quote unquote conservative company. So I called them and I said, "Hey, do you match this?" And it was real simple. Like either they match it or I leave. And so the guy said, "I totally understand. Like we don't offer it. So if you want to move everything to Fidelity, I totally understand." So that's what I was doing. But anyway, I have to basically free up some of the I have to close some of the trades so that I can move the rest of it to Fidelity. But long story short, like I was saying, you make money on the put side, the call side, and then you can make money while the cash sits there. So there's a lot of ways, with your money, you can turn it into several different income streams when you really get creative with it. Um, how's the Oh, we lost H-Town. Um, all right, so I can probably go for about, let's see, 10 more minutes. So go ahead and while I'm here, pick my
Yeah,
brain.
it gets
Anyone?
even better than that. With Fidelity, there is a Fidelity fund, cash fund. The only thing is it has a minimum of 100,000. If you have cash, you just put it there. And but this doesn't happen automatically. The automatically happens with
FDRXX. It's called ticker
the money
symbol F.
market fund.
Yeah.
The F, yeah, there's another one, and I use that as well, FZDXX.
Uh-huh.
If this is the FZDXX, which pays a little more than the
FZBXX.
FDRXX,
What's the
and
letters? Is it FZBXX?
FZD, as in Delta,
Oh, D. Okay.
FZD as in Delta XX. It's
Okay.
called the money market premium class, and but you have to do it manually,
Oh.
and then but it takes out. But if you have if you have to put collateral against selling puts, it just takes it out from there.
Oh, okay.
So, but the only thing is, it has a minimum of 100K, and then but it pays a little more than at least um, a few, 0.25% more than the regular money market. So just it can get even better than sweeter than what you just
That's
described.
awesome. So it's in like probably a tenth of a percent difference, but it's still notable. Now the Schwab
Yeah.
one, so I got all excited this morning because I said, "Oh, perfect!" Because what Schwab told me, they said, "Oh, we went through all this trouble to get you approved. We got 4-year accounts approved for this one. So SWVXX is 4.13%." But then they said, "Oh no, you'd have to close all your trades and then get that." I'm like, "Well, what's the point of that? If I was going to do that, I
Yeah.
would just hold money markets like that. That was lame." So I'm like, "All right,
Right.
back to the drawing board, back to Fidelity." So like that's awesome, but like if it's within 10 to 15, basis points of, what they all are, I don't mind if they just automatically do it.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about this one is that it's a 10 to 15 points, but it has a a minimum of 100K. So if you have like 200 300K sitting just in case, you were waiting for the next opportunity, it
Right.
can, it's a weekly thing, so it can just be swept
Oh, it's great because like
automatically
you're
by.
saying, it's like basically 4% of 300,000. That's another, 12,400. That's
Right,
another $1,000 a month in income.
exactly.
Yeah. Now, H-Town, I saw your screen. It's working if you want to go ahead. Um,
All right.
yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
All right, and you can see my screen or no?
Well, I see a picture of a couch right now, but it's like the Discord logo. Yeah, so
Oh, that's
go
weird.
ahead and share again.
Let's see if I can do this.
Hmm. I have faith in you.
Yeah, we're gonna learn today.
Yep.
This is the
Now
there we go.
I can go for maybe another 10 minutes, and then what I'll have to do is just let you all keep talking. And so, you all can join since you're Discord members. One of your privileges of your Discord membership with Coach's Discord is that you all get to use the live chat feature, and you all can join voice chat anytime. So anyway,
Wonderful. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. It's
um
one of those free perks.
yeah. Hey, thank you for everything. I really like your, everything that you do. And, last time on one of the calls, you had given us the TSLL puts selling for December, right? That went really great.
Hmm.
And, I thank you for, I made a lot of money there.
Awesome. I like
So
to make people money. That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any new opportunities, if you can share, that'll be really appreciated. And,
Well, the one I went over earlier on the call was just the core weave, which is
okay.
one I'm in right now. Like I'm thinking that it's between like AMDL. Like I was looking at cheaper ones, like AMDL. I expect at some point AMD is going to recover. See, Jerome Powell,
Yeah.
the Fed chairman, he keeps on tanking the markets. Monday was great, but then it's like he had to open his mouth again and he tanked the market. But at some point, AMD is going to recover. So like I have trades open at like 14 on AMDL. It's like $4 out of the money. So you take in this much in premium basically. Since it's a cheap one and since I have more collateral, I do like 50 contracts on these. So you can see the money starts to get you take in like 24,000 in premium.
Yep.
So what happens with this? So like I was saying earlier about the Coca-Cola example. So 24,250 divided by 50 contracts, and then divided by 100 shares, that's 485 in premium. So even though you're selling out at 14, if you add that, it's actually you're buying at 915 net. So you're buying cheaper than what it's currently trading at because you'll notice it's currently trading at 1001. So
Yep.
yeah, it's great. And then the CoreWeave one, I actually have been kind of getting in and out of that one. CWVX. Let's see. This is it. So I'm doing like everything I do a leveraged ETF on it. So I was looking at like 10 puts, and these are pretty easy. You can just go search around for leveraged ETFs. And
Yep.
me personally, I'm not recommending everybody do this, but like
Download
I
the
say,
desktop.
you do you. But right now, December, 16,000 in premium on 10 of them if you're going out, up to December 19th. And then if you go to like March, it's even more. It's 18,000. So that's one of the trade ideas because I think that that one's going to keep going too. As the market, we have like 2 more Fed rate decisions by the end of the year. I think those are going to be
Yeah.
cuts, and then as long as that happens, we're going to be looking good. I think everything's going to be higher by the end of the year. Okay,
Y'all see
Htown.
my screen now?
Yes, yes, we do.
All right,
Uh,
we are in
One
progress
last.
here.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, did you have a question?
No, I just wanted to say this is CRVL, right? Or
No, it's
the ticker.
So
the ticker is CWVX.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Uh-huh.
all right. So this is just a Microsoft Word or Apple numbers sheet that I kind of use. But anyway, you can kind of see here that what we do is we have the ticker MSTU. If it's a call or a put over here,
Mm-hmm.
the date we open it, the day it's supposed to expire, but the day we closed it. Okay, and this is just counting the time in between those days. The day between we opened it, the day we closed it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the number of contracts, obviously, the number of contracts, one contract equals 100 shares. So if you buy one contract, you're promising to buy 100 shares if you go in the money on expiration day, like we just did, really. I put what the stock price was when we opened it and how far out of the money we were, right? So when we placed that $5 MSTU put, the price was $5.25, which is about 5% out of the money. And of course, we had a bad day and everything went down and we got assigned. So premium per share, this kind of tells you, we got 18 cents per share, $1.45 per share, 33 cents per share, and on, and how much we paid to close it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like this week, we opened one for NVDL at $1.45 and we closed it for $1.02. So we made $43. I don't know what it was, 7 days. Like the ones we got assigned on, we made $288 on 2016 contracts and $108 on 6 contracts.
Oh, I
Okay,
like how you have the premium and then the capped, and then yeah, that's good.
correct. So a
Yep.
couple of weeks ago, we did 20 contracts at MSTU, made 560. We did it again, we made 600, and we can kind of see when I closed it that I capture 100% of the money I was given up front. Because when you buy to close it, you have to pay to close it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you want to do that
But
lower so that way
usually
you
a
net a positive
minimum,
premium.
correct. I mean,
Yep.
usually you won't see less than 3 cents to close it, even on Friday at 2:30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, just let it expire, worthless. But like for instance, I closed it for 3 cents and I opened it for 33 cents. So I got
Mm-hmm.
30 cents per contract times 20 contracts, $600, and that's 90% captured
Awesome.
of the 33 cents, right? This kind of tells you over here that I had to put up 10,000, 7,900. That was for NVDL, 3,000, 8,000, and then return on investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much did I return on that $10,000? So 4%, 3%. I've always heard you try to strive for like 3% or more as a return. But again, as you can see, there was one times I did 1%. I lost money on this one. And
Oh, he
so it
lost
is what
money
it
on a
is.
trade. We can't ever listen to him again.
Yeah, we
Kidding.
lose money. I mean, I won't say all the time, but there are times we close it because we don't like the way the market's going, and so we close it more than we open it for,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or if I don't want the shares, I'll close it and I'll open it and I'll push it out further or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a bad one. I opened it for 15 cents and I had to pay 70 cents to close it. So I lost $424 on that trade, and it is what it is. Um,
Yeah, I
again,
I got to where like I just pretty much take assignment. I stopped taking losses basically. I had
yeah.
about a 10% loss ratio before, but that's because I was buying back. Now I'm just pretty much like, you know what, I'm just gonna ride it out and just take assignment if I have to.
hmm
Yeah.
But like I do take assignments sometimes. I had assignment of MSTU at $9,
Mm-hmm.
and it went all the way down to about I don't know what it was $3, and we were doing $7 covered calls, even though my cost basis was $9, right?
Right.
Just because we were so far out of them in the money, there was no premium at 9,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you really have to make a judgment call if, you know, and I would just close it for a loss if it jumped above my strike instead of selling it back at 7 when I bought
Hmm.
it for 9. But in the short term, you just try to make the premium, um, or you go further out, right?
Yeah.
So Monday, when the market opens, we'll have to see what a $5 covered call gets you on MSTU. I'm sure it's going to be really bad for the same week.
Well,
So
hopefully
you'd
we
have
get
to
some
go
some more juice on it. If the market goes up, we'll start getting more juice
correct.
on these.
If Monday the market gaps up and MSTU is at 450, you'll probably be able to sell a $5 covered call and make some premium
Yep.
in 7 or 10 days.
Yep.
Um, but this is just kind of what I use to keep track of. Okay, how much am I really making here? And then I keep it by month. Like we had some really bad months in March and April,
Hmm.
but there was no premium, and I had assignment, and I was just waiting for the market to come back, right?
Right.
But I keep track of saying, okay, September I made $1,569,
Oh
and
wow.
that's just
Scroll back down. So you've actually hit your new high in September. That's awesome.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
September's been really good just because I've been wheeling MSTU.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I didn't really want to get assigned because that's $11,000
Hmm.
on hold in my account. But I'm not about to take a loss of $2,000. I'll take a loss of 300 because I know I can make that back next week.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not. I'm not gonna sell it back for a $2,000 loss.
yeah.
That's just
So you know
just
what I've been
crazy.
doing? I've been selling out at like $8 now to get that extra juice, and I'm selling out to December. I've been assigned a lot, but all it takes for this, if MSTR has that run up, which at some point it's going to, when it has that run up, where all these shares are going to be in the black again. So
Correct, and it,
yeah.
it will. I mean, MSTU will go up and Tesla will go down. Tesla will go up. It's just the market cycles.
Hmm.
Um, but one thing I kind of do is I use this premium to buy shares of the dividend funds.
Yeah.
Right. I don't ever take the money out. At least I never have yet.
Hmm.
But like September, I made 1,569. I estimate I'll make $800 in dividends. Total
Awesome.
income 2,440. Now that 1,569 can go buy more Hui or YBTC or PLTY,
Oh,
and that
these
will
are
pay
your
me dividends
dividend funds.
every.
So you're in
Yeah.
you're an AMZ FBY, no Tesla though, interestingly enough.
No, I, I
MSTY.
I owned it a long time ago, and I finally said, you know what, we're not
Yeah.
doing that anymore.
I'm about
Um,
I'm about there myself.
there's a few funds that I've sold out of Tesla, Ulti, um, I think a few others. I think I just sold Coney,
Hmm.
and just sometimes you just say, you know what, once it gets below $10, I just there's there's no chance to recover, right?
Right.
So you can kind of see like the first week of the month, the second week of the month, the third week of the month, and we just roll this over and we buy more shares every week, every 2 weeks, every month,
Yeah.
with the option money, right?
Are your dividends at least offsetting your capital loss?
What capital loss?
Well,
Oh,
it's
like
not
when I sold out
un
of Coney,
yeah.
yeah, like I was a net positive of like $600,
Oh, good.
right?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So I received $600 more in dividends than the loss I took when I sold it, if
Nice.
that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yep.
So always sell when you have a capital gain.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. If
Otherwise, just
Tesla
hold.
if Tesla ever ends up in the black, I'm pressing sell immediately.
hmm So I do kind of have a sheet that shows like your total distributions in Ambi since I started.
Hmm.
Total distributions in Misty is $6,000, and I've
Yep.
made $1,772 because it's down
Yep.
$4,000, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're mostly up. I think a couple like YPTC is down now, but uh, basically, I just use this as a way to snowball more to other funds, right?
Right.
And at some point, we hope it snowballs so big that we are rich.
Exactly. Well, listen, I have to wrap it up, but if you all want to keep on, chopping it up in the Discord voice chat, feel free to. But as far as the video, any last comments or anything real quick?
Yeah, if y'all have any questions, man, we're here to help.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord. Check us out. We're always open and answering questions. the wheel strategies, where it's at. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.